second part, I'm going to do the FAR. So we have the levels. I'm going to select the mass as I did before. I'm going to select mass floors and actually click on all the levels. I want all the levels being made in the tower because that's what it is, no? So there we go, tower. You can also select some mass floors if you want and actually edit it in a different way. We will see that afterwards, okay? But right now, let's just imagine we have this. Let's go and shade it. You see in blue the different mass floors. Let's even create a floor there, so it's kind of like a weird thing. You can always get rid of some of the mass floors. You could even say this one doesn't make any sense, for example. Get rid of those. And you can have this organization, okay? Now, for the gym and the atrium, I'm going to create also mass floors, but I'm going to select level 1, level 2, and only level 3, for example. Okay, so these ones are connecting. At this point, you can go from one building to another, and then here you have a double space with the gym, and you can go around the gym to enter from different points, and you access like a double floor here, you know, where the different spaces are. Think of the possibilities of using other conceptual masses. I could have actually created a Boolean difference or a void form here in the middle to not have floors in this point and having like a double height. But I'm just going to keep it simple for now with this proposal, okay? So that's what's going to go to your seed, okay? I'm going to create a new seed, 2234, and we should start dragging the different axonometrics, okay? So I'm going to actually duplicate a couple of them and rename as, let's call it FAR axo 1. And we need the envelope, as it says. I'm going to turn on everything, select the envelope, and unhide, and turn off everything. So now I see the whole package. It's transparent. I get to see the relationship, etc. You could also go to hidden line and see, like, you know, approximately how it would be with no problem. Great. I'm going to keep it there in hidden line actually, and I'm going to go to the sheet. Not this one, but the next one, and drag the axonometric. It's going to be probably very big, so I'm going to double click to change the scale. Right click, deactivate, bring it in. Probably even another level down, or 2 levels down. There you go. Deactivate. And position it nicely there. By the way, this will be in the right. Gonna go back to the FAR, just duplicate very simply, rename FAR axonometric 2. By the way, I'm placing axo, but you should actually call it axonometric, you know, and use the full names and all that. I'm gonna take another view so we can really understand how the project is in different ways. Probably from here makes more sense, and bring it back to the sheet. Okay. Okay, over here to the left, you're going to have the other two axonometrics with parameters. Should be in hidden line, so it's also very clean and straightforward. And you know, I would just double when you upload it. I'm going to check if you have the parameters, etc., etc. Okay, so this is the other class you missed. There's actually a little schedule that is the most important thing. It's not so much doing the floorings or doing, you know, how nice it looks. It's actually doing the FAR calculation, which is all of this is to do that. So let's go and try to do this. Okay, go to the 3D and actually need a schedule. So I'm going to actually go to schedule, right click. If you haven't done a schedule, this is a great opportunity to practice it, because you're going to have to play some of the several schedules later on in the semester. you say new schedule. You need to select what do you want to do a schedule about. So you have doors, you have pretty much every element that exists in Revit. But I'm going to introduce mass floors, okay? I'm going to say okay, brings up this window. And all of these elements that you see here in the left are attributes or parameters that you can extract from mass floors, okay? For example, level. And you have to click on this button to say I want the levels to be included in my schedule. You can include floor area, floor perimeter, and even floor volume, which is something we don't really need. I'm going to create an extra one, something like a usage, as in program, and you can move them up or down as you wish. So I'm going to have level, usage, floor area, and perimeter. I'm going to say OK, and the second you say OK, it creates the schedule for you in a separate window under schedules. Okay, mass floor schedules. We can already place it in the sheet if you want by dragging that same schedule here. And almost always you should start cleaning by clicking on the triangles here how the schedule looks, because normally it's like quite you know, disproportion, or it's just not well organized. Okay, so we don't have anything in usage. We have the levels, but they're like kind of a disorganized. There's actually 1, 2, 3, and there's another 1, 2, 3. Interesting, by the way. It's probably the different buildings. Okay, so what we're gonna do is first of all go to the schedule and start cleaning up this process. Okay, so you can say, for example, here under the properties, you can start cleaning. By the way, properties, filters, sorting, formatting, appearance, they're all up here. If you just open one window, you can go from one to another at the same time. You don't have to close and come to this one again. It's the same thing. Things that you can do, you can add more elements into it. If you forgot something, you can, you know, change the organization or the order of the different fields. You can filter. Imagine you don't want something or you want something. You can say if it's level equals to level 1, for example, it will filter it out and you will stay only with the level 1 options. Okay. Obviously we don't want that, so we say none here. More things that you can do. You can sort, meaning is just organize or create an order in something. And I'm gonna just order by level and ascending and say OK. So now 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, etc. Okay. You can do many things in the sorting option. You can say uncheck itemize, and whenever you have two elements that are the same, level 1 and level 1, it will know that it has to kind of collapse them and add their attributes. Okay, so there you go, you put them there. We will do the totals now. You can do sorts and actually create grand totals, and it starts placing totals here. And you have other options such as formatting for levels. For floor area, you can also say give me the totals for it. Okay, then you start having, this is the totals for level 1, totals for level 2, but this is also the grand totals for the floor areas. Okay, so this is our famous number. Okay, by the way, if you want to change appearance, you can go to the last tab and, you know, change like the line thickness. By the way, don't look at here, you have to look at how it looks in the sheet. No, you can change the font, this, you know, the text font, the height of the font, etc., etc. We will see you know, the schedules again in the near future. Notice that I create a usage without saying anything. Here in the other video, I type things such as what it is residential, or if it's commercial, or if it's, for example, office space, and you can just, you know, add any attribute you want, even rename it as you wish, and incorporate your own kind of a numeric element or textual element to this Excel sheet. No, I'm going to add these ones too, so I can go to the sorting, formatting, perimeter, and calculate total, so we have that as well. Okay, so if you go back to the sheet, everything is there, clean. It says 16 different elements we have here. We have, this is the entire square footage, and this is actually the perimeter, which is not like that of an important data, but anyway. This is the number, okay, 179,927 square feet. Now, with what do we compare that number? We actually have to write a text here, as I have it over there. So we need to go to annotate, text, create a little box, and write our little paragraph, meaning property area, and then you say equal. Now, in order to get that, you're going to have to go most probably to the site plan, select your property, and check that number. No, this is the number. I believe it's 6,000, and let's just round it. You should place it exactly, but 6,600 square feet. Okay, I'm going to go back to the sheet. 60,000, was it? 60,600, and again square feet. No, I'm doing rounded because I don't have time to stop the video. Okay, but you should actually do it exact. You know, you don't want to go to the DOB, say I rounded, by the way, and they're gonna say, yeah, no, that's cool. Anyway, that's 60,000. That's the square footage of your property. Now our FAR is 10, so we need to obviously multiply here by 10, and you can say FAR. Sorry, let's say, let's just put 2 points here. By 10 FAR equals, and is going to be 600,000 square feet. Okay, this is your famous number, which is obviously very, very low, no? Why is that? Does it make sense that we're very low? Yes, I mean, most of the project is only like 3 floors, no? So in general, we could actually raise our FAR incredibly. But, you know, the client doesn't have money. You know, we're in crisis, but we need a building, so let's keep it like simple. We don't need more volume or surface, so we're going to keep it in 200,000. It's actually 1/3 less. Okay? So this text obviously is too big, so you should edit the type and make it like cleaner, or just change the type to smaller font. And then you need in the same text, you just need to tell me, you know, it's correct, or the calculation is fine, or the FAR is correct. The FAR is correct. So the DOB person will know that we're in a good track. Okay? So this is pretty much the FAR. Not much more, not much less. The idea is that you test a new form, a new massing or conceptual massing in the envelope, and that you calculate the floor mass areas, and then you bring a schedule telling me exactly what the total is and compare it to the allowable FAR calculation that gives you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there.